Good. Now it's working. So I was thinking, and I always have to say something when something is on my mind, especially so clearly. And something came to me, a story came to me that really, it's an example of what I see happening with people in regards to trying to find love. I look at, different people's comments, and I look at different people's, behavioral patterns on different dating sites. I study this stuff. I'm a scientist. That's what I do. I study. Not a literal scientist, but I'm a novice. I like to study people's behavioral patterns. And one thing that I've noticed with both men and women, mainly men, is that they don't know or understand what love really is. And I'm going to tell you a story. And this is a story that I made up. And it really relates to everything that I have been seeing in regards to people not finding love or the illusion of not finding love. Let me tell you a story. And I just made this up. There's a man and a woman sitting on a bench. And they're not paying attention to one another. They don't even see one another practically, but they're sitting right next to each other on a bench. And both of them, and I'm only using the term God, as a metaphor, but it's a real thing for them. So both of these people, man and woman, they're sitting on a bench. And let's start with the woman first. The woman is asking God, please send me a man that will love me and who will cherish me, who will take care of me. God, send me love, is basically what the woman is asking God or the universe to send her. So 3 men come by. The first man that comes by to approach this woman to try to talk to her, and try to, befriend her and whatever. The first man that comes by, she rejects him because he is too fat. The second man comes by, tries to talk to her. He did the same exact thing that the first man tried to do. Tries to talk to her, tries to, befriend her. She rejects that man. This man was too short. Then the third man comes by. He tries to do the exact same thing that the last 2 men did. He tries to talk to her. He tries to befriend her. She rejects that man. That man wasn't muscular enough, and he didn't have enough tattoos. So, that was it for her. Let's move over to the man. The man that is sitting next to her, he is asking God, the universe, send me love. Send me a woman that's going to be loyal to me. Send me a woman that will cook for me. Send me a woman that will love me. Send me a woman, God, that will love me. Send me love, God. 3 women come by. 3 women come by for this man as well. The first woman that comes by, he rejects her because she's too fat. The second woman that comes by, he rejects her because she's not light-skinned enough. The third woman comes by, tries to talk to him. Same pattern as with the female who was looking for a man. The third woman that comes by, he rejects her because, your ass is not plump enough and your titties are not perky enough. So in the middle of all of this bullshit, the man and the woman sitting next to each other, they finally recognize each other. And neither one of them are the most beautiful people in the world, but they're fairly attractive. Mildly or fairly attractive. The standards that they want, the high standards in physicality that they want, they don't even, that doesn't even resonate with them physically. It doesn't. But they look at each other and guess what? They find love. They fall in love with each other. They didn't even recognize each other. They didn't even know that they were sitting next to each other because they were too busy looking outside of themselves for something that was right there all along. Most things that we want is right in front of us. We just don't know how to access it because we're too busy looking for something that's not going to resonate with us on that frequency or vibration anyway. So the whole point of this is that when I see these men and women too asking for love, and when love shows up to you, you reject it a lot of times because it doesn't look the way you think that love should look. When you ask yourself, because you're God, when you ask yourself to send something to you, when you say send me love, what's going to come to you is love. And see, sometimes, especially with men in particular, a lot of you expect love to look like Kim Kardashian or Halle Berry or Hazel Lee or who else? These other, artificially manufactured people. And what you don't understand is that's not love. That's not love. So be careful. Be very careful when you ask for love. Love is not going to always show up the way that you want it to. It may not show up as somebody who wants to have sex with you. Love is not always about having sex with people. When you ask the universe, or whatever you call it, however you all think about it, when you ask the universe for love, let's just say the universe, I'm just saying that for the sake of telling this story now. But when you ask the universe for love, and then you get that, and then you reject it, you're not going to get too many more chances, Because again, love does not show up all the time with perky titties and a plump butt and a flat stomach. Love doesn't always show up like that because maybe the person who's coming into your life may be coming into your life to save your life in some capacity, not to fuck the life out of you or suck the life out of you. Okay? So we have to understand that love is not always about you being in a sexual or intimate relationship with someone. Love is very, very multifaceted spiritually. Love is a frequency. And if you don't activate that within you, then you're not going to attract love no matter what you say. I see so many people on these dating sites, begging for love. And I study this behavior. I study it spiritually and everything else. And, that's how I came up with that story. Because all of these men are looking for love. They're looking for love. But love is probably right there in front of them in their lives. And they don't even recognize it. The first thing you need to do is recognize the love that's around you. Okay? Recognize the love that's around you. And then, if you want to expand that love to finding a partner, then you do that. But you have to understand that when you ask the universe for love, it may not come in the package that you want it to come in physically. And then if you reject it and you keep asking for love and the universe keep yelling to you or your subconscious mind keep yelling to you, snap out of it, nigga, I'm sending you love and you're not getting it. Then eventually a lot of you are just going to go to your graves disappointed, unloved, feeling unwanted with a bunch of regret. because you don't understand and you don't know what love looks like. In this story, the man and the woman rejected 3 people, 6 combined altogether. They rejected 3 people each that tried to give them love. But because it didn't come in the physical package that they had envisioned, they rejected it. And I'm guilty of doing that myself. That's how I can talk about it. Because love is not always about marriage and sex. Maybe that person is coming into your life to give you some enlightened information spiritually that you're supposed to have. Maybe that person is coming into your life, like I said earlier, to save your life in some capacity or to assist you to get to the next level. That's love too. Love is not always about boyfriend and girlfriend, or boyfriend and boyfriend, or girlfriend and girlfriend, however you want to put it. It's not always about that. And that was on my mind. I'm glad I got it off, and I hope it helps somebody. If it doesn't, it just doesn't. But that's all I have to say for right now. Have a good day.